didn't put anybody at risk.
That's not true because you don't
That's
know.
all BS.
You don't know who's at risk, though, with the other players, the other fans, whatever context they could come into.
So, Tyler,
too.
what do you mean it's not true? What are you talking about?
That's not true. That's ridiculous.
What's not true?
You can't go around saying that no one was affected or no one could have been hurt because you don't know that. You have no idea.
If all those players are vaccinated,
they're fine.
They're protected, right?
My uncle mentioned this to you before.
Your uncle?
Okay.
Right.
So, what I'm trying
His
to
uncle now.
So what I'm saying
He's
here
gonna
to you,
be his daddy.
Are you done? Are we done with the third grade remarks, or are we going to talk some sports?
Go ahead, spit it out.
I'm trying to, but you keep making like third grade one-liners over there. Zing, zang, zoom, bang, Batman. Are you good?
I'm sitting here.
All right,
I mean,
fine.
spit it out, Johnny.
So, Aaron Rodgers, it has nothing to do. If you didn't want to get vaccinated, fine, that's your business. I personally don't think the vaccine's that big of a deal. But anyway, you lied. You wanted Ryan Braun thrown out of baseball for lying because people got fired because of his steroid lies, right?
A person did get fired. Did anybody get fired from Aaron Rodgers?
You don't know.
Yes, you do. And nothing came out.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers actually got Aaron Rodgers fired. How many freaking endorsements he lost already?
Oh,
wow.
Okay, listen.
Does he need
what
that?
did you say?
No, he doesn't, but he's
said that
been
he put people
fired.
at risk.
So,
said
no,
that he put
but
people
if
at
you're
risk.
not vaccinated and you have COVID and you're going around talking to media personnel without a mask on and you get somebody COVID, right, and they go home and they get their grandma sick and she dies, Aaron Rodgers flipping the bill for that? Aaron Rodgers got money that's going to make that go away?
Hold on a second.
Come on, wise guys, answer the question.
They can still be vaccinated and still pass it
Grandma
to somebody.
already got vaccinated. Every freaking
That's
old person.
fine. But the point of the fact is being vaccinated does not immune you from getting COVID. It only can help make it go away. That's
Protect
it.
you.
Okay, that's
Yeah, but-
fine.
So you can be vaccinated. They can give it to Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers can go give it to somebody else.
Right. But if Aaron
So-
Rodgers is just kind of being careless and goes over and coughs on you, you bring it home, and somebody dies from it, you're not going to be mad at Aaron Rodgers because you're lying straight to my face.
No.
Okay, then. You're full of shit. I don't know what to tell you. If Aaron Rodgers got somebody sick and they brought that unknowingly home and somebody died, Aaron Rodgers wouldn't feel bad? He might not because he's a prick.
what about
But Aaron
this?
Rodgers should give a shit. And
What
it's
about
not
this?
even like...
And why
it's
do
not
you
even
think
like
he's a prick? Hey, do you know him personally?
What?
Well,
you want to talk about... You
from what
first of
people
all-
Don't bring
said-
his mom. Don't
Right.
bring his
Hold
mom.
on.
From what
I'm
people said, he is a prick.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is one of the most hated guys in all sports.
100%.
Especially by teammates and ex-coaches and
They're
everything.
saying he's not a nice
What?
guy in person.
You gotta
so.
be crazy. And he looks now like a
That's
homeless
not what
bum.
I hear.
So,
That's
well,
what I
that's
hear.
fine. I don't really care what anyone hears. I'm gonna go with the reports of his family and him being.
Him
I don't
and his
care.
family are fine.
Now
Now they are, but they
that's
weren't
fine.
before.
They
but-
didn't like Munn, and that's why. And he took
That's
over because he
fine.
thought he was going to marry, and that's what you take. You
Fine.
take the woman over your family. That's what
Fine.
happens.
That's fine, whether it happens or not. He said some
From what
immature
I heard,
things.
he's
Now
a
let's
prick.
let's even go past. Let's go past all the. Oh, I hate my family, and I'm going to go with my wife. Shit. Even how he handled this is kind of ridiculous. You're going to quote Martin Luther King Jr. and act like you're a hero? Prick, what do you mean you're a hero? You lied about being vaccinated. What? What heroic thing have you done? He stood up for civil rights? No. You're just as dumb as Colin Kaepernick is. It has nothing to do with race. It
stood
has
up.
nothing to do with anything. You lied about something that was agreed to by the players. The players' PA said this is what you need to do. And he knew he wasn't vaccinated. He knew the immunization word he used was bullshit.
So let him suffer for it. What does it matter?
That's
He
fine.
got
Guess
COVID.
what? You are going to suffer. You should be suspended.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes,
No,
he absolutely
No,
should.
he shouldn't.
He absolutely should.
How about you, Katie? What do you think?
I mean, Devontae Adams is the one who got it, and he's vaccinated, right? Mm-hmm. He's the one who got it like a week later. He missed the game, and he was vaccinated.
he was
so-
vaccinated. It's only him and it's only Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard so far that we know that were unvaccinated at a Halloween party.
So if Devontae Adams is vaccinated, he got COVID. He had to miss it. Would you be just as mad at him for spreading it?
Well, we don't
No,
know.
because
We don't know
Devontae
who else
Adams
has been caught yet.
Probably
remember,
unknowingly had it.
remember, the organization has also
But
been
guess
fined
what?
too. That leads me to believe there's more players that are going to be.
Because Aaron Rodgers was such a stuck-up prick,
There's
he probably
56
didn't
players
understand.
on a team. You're
That's-
thinking that only Aaron Rodgers and Lazard are the only ones that are fake. Come on.
I don't think so.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And Aaron Rodgers, because he's a superstar,
100%.
and he's one of the faces of football, you know what they're going to do? They're going to roll him down the aisle and try to make him hit all the pins. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, when you're the most hated guy in the league,
He's not the most hated guy in the league.
who's the most hated guy in the league?
It's not him.
Who is?
There are a lot of hated guys in the league. There's a lot of guys hated in the league. You're going to tell me he's the most hated guy in all of the NFL? That's a joke.
He's pretty up there.
No.
He's not the
You got
most.
Who is?
killing people, drunk driving, killing people, beating people. and
Well,
you're
they're
saying
no
about
longer
a
in the league.
vaccine?
They're all unemployed. Henry Ruggs will
Listen,
never play a game again.
Nope.
Tom
David
Brady's
Arnett
very
will never
hated
play
in the
a game.
league. Very hated in the league.
Not by his teammates.
It doesn't
Not by
matter.
anyone with
He's
common
very
sense.
hated in the league. He's very hated. People do
That's
not like
professional envy. That's not. That's not hate.
So look at your smirk. You think
No, it's not.
It's professional envy. Okay,
It
and,
is.
and you don't think that with Aaron Rodgers? Come on.
What
dude.
has Rodgers won? One Super Bowl 10 years ago?
Do you really want? Do you want me to? Because we can get into the numbers. I can tell you, Aaron
You
Rodgers.
keep bringing up numbers. I care about
numbers,
winning.
Okay.
I care about winning.
Rodgers
Teams
is the reigning
win
MVP.
championship, not one player. Again, I'm going to tell you. And if you look
Tom
at
Brady has
No.
800% more Super Bowls
he, oh my God, this is
and 1,000 more trips.
this is ridiculous.
This
This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even going to get into the conversation because all you do is bring in championships. You need a team to win championships.
And they have
It's
no
not-
team.
what
That
are you-
team is
What are you talking
terrible.
about? What are you talking about?
Top wide receiver.
Are we
decent
going to get
O-line,
into
top
hold on?
running back.
We're going to get into the Green Bay Packers' talent over Tom Brady's talent over the years because I could destroy
Outside of
you.
this Tampa Bay
I
team,
could destroy
Aaron-
you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. First of all, Aaron Rodgers has had worse defense in all of football in the last 10 years. In the
Well,
last 10
no,
years.
Drew
And by
Brees
the way,
has.
no, he
No, the
hasn't.
Saints have had
No,
more.
he
Drew
hasn't.
Brees.
The Saints have
Aaron
had more.
Rodgers has had the worst.
The Saints have historically bad defenses.
Are you
They've
talking?
given up the most
Aaron
points and
Rodgers
most
brought
yards.
the
in season.
worst defense in the NFL to an NFC title game and lost against Atlanta. The worst by
Oh
far.
yeah, that year was horrible. Oh my god.
By far.
That team had no business in the NFC
By
Championship.
far. Okay? And he took that team to an NFC title game.
That's
So
great.
don't get me started with what you think you know.
He remembers
fine.
it well.
You don't
All
know.
I know is that Tom Brady had that same Atlanta team, and he only came back from the biggest Super Bowl deficit we've ever seen.
So now we're going to get into
We're not doing this Brady Rodgers thing. The
because
fact
Done
of
this
the
too many
matter
times
is,
on this show.
Aaron Rodgers lied about something
Let's
that could
do
have
this.
killed somebody, right? Which
Let's do this. Rodgers, this is what I had a problem with this. You brought up the MLK quote. Oh my gosh, he brought up a quote. You can't do that. That's blasphemy. All he said was he's talking about standing by his convictions, something you believe in. You got the whole world trying to shame, condemn. Oh, you're putting people at risk. You're killing people, just like you're saying. That's all he said, and he's 100% right. You have to
Okay.
compare everything to civil rights movement. It's about
no.
And then he said,
You have to
Joe
understand
Rogan.
the parallel here.
He confronted Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan recovered from the COVID in 3 days, and he's 60 years old. I think that's a good idea.
Right,
to
he reached
ask
out to
him
Joe
what-
Rogan
what
about the
helped.
cocktail. I get all that, and that's fine. Joe Rogan has nothing to do with A or B. Aaron Rodgers
Yeah, it does. It's
sat
the whole
there,
situation I'm
and
talking
people
about.
like
It's the
you
whole
allow him to do
situation.
this. He sits there on a pedestal and talks down to people because he's a condescending prick. And that's okay. And people enjoy this because he's a quarterback. And he's great, and he's God, and he's the best quarterback to ever throw a football for 5 minutes. That's cool and dandy. That's great. That's awesome. You're part of the problem. He's a human being.
Wait,
He puts his
wait.
pants on just like you
doesn't
do.
that.
What?
Max Kellerman doesn't do that.
Max Kellerman
Stephen
doesn't
A.
do
Smith
what?
doesn't do that.
Yeah, Max Kellerman
They
just
all
lost a
do that.
primetime job,
They
so
all
I don't
do
really
that.
care about
because,
Max
because
Kellerman.
of Stephen A. Smith.
Everybody should
who's
be
a
lying
prick.
to people like that. I feel I don't. If everybody should be lying to people like that. They don't deserve the truth in the first place because they're a bunch of clickbait merchants. That's a fact.
What?
I'm
Max,
confused.
you lost me completely. Like, I don't even want to have
Talk
this
about
conversation
lying.
anymore.
He said he's
Um,
lying. Like, oh, he lied to this.
But
and
what
that.
Max
His
Kellerman
teammates
lied
knew.
about?
His
Max
teammates
Kellerman's a
knew.
fool, but he doesn't lie. He's just
He lies all the time.
About what?
He lies all the time.
About what?
What did he lie about? He lied about He lied about the riots. He said that.
Max Kellerman doesn't talk about riots. He's on sports shows.
Yeah, that's what he said on his show. He said they were all peaceful protest. That's what he said. That's a complete
Listen,
lie.
we're not having this. We're not having a political debate on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
show.
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
yelled at for this
exactly.
too many
You ain't-
times.
I just
but-
gave you an example. He lied. Said he doesn't lie. He lied.
I mean,
Next
if he
topic.
thinks there are peaceful protests, he thinks it's a peaceful protest. That's not lying. That's an opinion. So
That's a blatant lie. He misled. Okay, how about that? The same thing Rodgers did. He misled.
No, he didn't miss.
Who's he talking about? What's
He
going
said
on?
Max
Kellerman
Kellerman
lied
lied
about
a
a
protest or something.
Absolutely did. He's absolutely right. He did. But he's not going to get suspended.
He didn't lie. It was his opinion toward it.
But understand something. He brought up something that was completely wrong. It's just like, who's the other guy? Steve Levy. He said something about Harris's, where he was sleeping in, when he was sleeping at the, there was a whole story that Levy apologized to, wrote after saying something at Monday Night Football about who's that running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris. Telling a story that was completely untrue.
That's different than saying it was a peaceful protest or whatever the hell Max Kellerman said.
Max Kellerman brought up something that's a complete lie.
If you're bringing up a wrong story, that's the same thing.
It's a lie.
Now, it looks worse because
Well,
of Harris's story versus the protest.
What was the story he brought
It's
up?
a wrong story, though.
It's objectively wrong, so that's not an opinion.
It shouldn't
that's
matter
just
what the
wrong.
story is. If you brought up
It's
fake journalism, it's fake
Saying
journalism.
It's like it's an opinion or something. Like that's an opinion.
He didn't say it as an
that's-
opinion.
But
He said
Aaron
it was
Rodgers is mad at the journalists for doing their job. You lied. That's why.
But
it's
if you're
a
bringing
story.
up fake journalism, it's fake journalism.
I understand, but it's not fake.
No, you're
You
right.
lied.
Everyone can
You
twist
lied.
the story their own way.
And
Come on, Tyler. Everybody lies. What do you think?
That's
you think
fine.
He's the only
Guess
one?
what?
And he's the one that's getting attacked. Okay?
But guess what? When you sign the contract to play for the Green Bay Packers under the NFL regime, guess what that means? Whatever the NFL tells you,
Let me ask you a
you
question.
have to abide
Let
by,
me ask
whether
you a
you
question.
like it or not.
Let me ask you a question. Now, I thought it was wrong how the NFL treated Tom Brady with the deflate gate and stuff like that.
Oh, it was terrible.
You don't think Tom Brady
Which
knew
one?
that the balls were deflated?
He probably did.
Okay, he did. I know he
Okay,
did.
but
I
it
know
was
he
a
did.
legal
But
amount.
he
It was fine.
denies it. He denies it to this day that he knew nothing about that. You believe him?
I believe that he didn't know
Do you
anything
believe
of the
him? Yes
plan
or no?
to deflate
Get
the footballs.
Get out of here. You're going to
He
believe?
probably knew they were deflated. I don't think he knows
Dude,
how
they
it
took
happened.
the balls into the bathroom. I mean, come on, and then brought it out.
So Tom Brady,
15 minutes. He knew
the
he
quarterback
obviously-
of an AFC championship
knew
team.
about
I think it was more Belichick than Brady.
But they both. He knows. When a quarterback touches a ball, he doesn't know it.
He probably
if it's
realized
more
they were deflated, but
Come on.
you think Tom Brady had
Come
the
on.
time?
He's a whole
in a
team.
halftime of an
They
AFC
get to use their
championship game
balls.
to go,
They
hey,
get
Tony, yeah, you
That was
deflated my
halftime.
balls,
That
right?
It wasn't halftime.
Okay.
It was before the game.
No, it was at the halftime.
It was before the
It was
game.
both.
It was before the game.
So what time would Tom Brady have?
What happened?
What time does Tom Brady have to go and make sure that little Tommy and little Jimmy deflated the
didn't-
ball
he-
half of an ounce?
Tom Brady didn't, but
He
Tom
didn't
Brady
know.
had.
I don't think he knew.
Oh, absolutely! You're going to tell me right now,
I don't think
as
he
a
knew.
quarterback, he's been holding a football. He's been an NFL quarterback.
He
for,
probably realized
for
they were
20
deflated.
years. He doesn't know when he grabs a football if it's a little deflated or not. Come
He probably
on.
knew, but to sit
Come
there that Bill
on.
Belichick grabbed him in his office and say, "Hey, Tommy,
I'm
yeah,
not-
you want to know how we win?"
Who cares? Who cares? Because to
Now
me, you
who's
should've-
lying?
I'm just
Now
I'm just
who's
saying.
lying?
How about this? Bill Belichick. He didn't know about Spygate. He didn't know. That's why Goodell had to completely make those-
Belichick wasn't on everything.
he knew about that. Everybody on the team knew that there were cameramen standing on the sidelines when St. Louis was practicing. Come on, get out of here.
Two different things.
Oh, it's two different things. It's
One's
lying.
a game,
It's cheating.
one's life. One can die. Who's going to die from Bill Belichick recording a practice and a walk around?
How are you
Who's
going to
gonna
die?
die?
How are you going to die when you have the vaccine?
People are dying.
But-
Whether you want to
You can
admit it
still
or
die.
not.
You can still die with the vaccine.
There's
very
only been
rare.
2 deaths of
Very
it
rare.
that are
I'm just
recorded.
saying.
No, there's more than that.
See, this
But
is it. This
here's
is
the
it.
big
Keep
thing.
saying
You're
that.
worried about the non-vaccinated people. And if Aaron
Keep saying
Rodgers
that. I
is
got-
walking
hold on,
around
hold on. Leave my
carelessly
point
with
in. I'm gonna
vaccinated
hang up.
people,
I'm
what do you
gonna
think
get
he's
my
doing with
point.
Go ahead,
non-vaccinated
KD.
people?
Go ahead, KD. What are you going
This
to
is
say?
my problem.
Mm-hmm.
You keep repeating these talking points about putting lives at risk, people are dying, this and that, but you're not following the science. You're just repeating talking points. Like you said, the vaccinated people are just as likely to spread it. That's a fact. You can look it up. Multiple studies, Israeli studies. Vaccinated people are just
Well,
likely to
I'll be honest with
Hold
you.
on, let
that
him
fact is
finish.
hold on.
Let him
bullshit.
finish. Let him finish.
Hold on. All these athletes are completely healthy. They are not at risk for death. They get over it very quickly, the studies say. The only people that should be worried about it are the people who are not vaccinated, that think that their own health. It's a personal health thing. If you catch it, it's going to be on you. And if you don't want to get it, and you think, and you're going to face more
Get the vaccine.
symptoms, then that's on you. It's a personal thing.